Stan, with all the stuff going on this weekend outside of basketball, do you encourage your players to kind of follow that, or do you encourage them to concentrate on the ball, or how do you kind of?
You know, we haven't talked about it this week, but I hope our players would say in general that, you know, we try to be very encouraged. I do anyway. I try to be very encouraging of them, knowing what's going on, getting involved, and when they feel so moved, you don't want to force it on anybody, but speaking up. And I think that, you know, they've certainly heard a lot of what I've had to say. We had a big town hall meeting in Detroit back, you know, when the season was getting started. We brought people in to have them register to vote to make it easier on them. I think they've got a platform, and if they're informed and feel comfortable doing it, I would love for them to get involved. I've noticed some players speaking up now. I mean, this travel ban, it's starting to get really, really scary stuff now. I mean, we're getting into the days of, you know, now we're judging people by their religion. I mean, we're trying to keep Muslims out. I mean, Fareed Zakaria had a great thing. I sent it to a couple of you guys. I mean, none of those 7 nations has been responsible for an American death, but what we're barring everybody from those 7. It's just playing to people's fears and prejudices and everything else. And we're getting back to the days of, you know, putting the Japanese in relocation camps, of Hitler registering the Jews. I mean, that's where we're headed, and it's just fear-mongering and playing to a certain base of people that have some built-in prejudices that aren't fair. There's no reasonable reason to do it. If they haven't been responsible for a single American fatality, how is doing it making us safer? You know, would be the question. And the answer, obviously, it's not. But to some people, it sounds good. And if you've got a prejudice against Muslims in general, it sounds really good to you. So, you know, I noticed the Bucks are concerned about Thon Maker because he's from one of the countries. I mean, this stuff's real and it's scary, and I think everybody should speak up. And again, this isn't about a person in office or anything else. It's about policy that is, you know, antithetical to what we're supposed to be about here in America. And so I would love our players to speak out about that.
Basketball and real quick. Do you feel like Reggie has kind of found his rhythm, gotten back into?
He's still not back to where he was a year ago, but he's playing better. And so we just hope it continues to come and get better as we go.
Everybody healthy, same lineup.
Everybody is healthy, and yeah, I think the same way.
Let's back to Reggie. I actually looked at his fourth quarter numbers last year versus this year. Substantial drop
No question.
in efficiency.
Yeah, no question. I mean, I think that, again, I think a lot of that is due to, you know, I don't think he's still 100%. I don't think he's still in 100% in terms of his physical condition, so I think he's a little more tired at the end of the game. But also, I think defenses, obviously, we've been through a year now, are loaded up to us a little bit better and doing a better job on his pick and rolls. And I also think, you know, we may be putting too much on him to where he feels a burden that he's got to make every play and make every shot. And we've diversified our offense a little bit throughout the game, and we probably need to do the same in the fourth quarter.
Stan, how much do you enjoy the fact that the NBA is a league where people are encouraged to speak out, speak their mind, and can have a voice?
Well, I think it's great, and I give Adam Silver a big part of that credit. You know, I think he has made it a place where, you know, you're allowed to speak your mind. I think, you know, they've done some things as a league that I think have made it clear to everyone where we stand as a league. I mean, having a float in the Gay Pride Parade in New York, moving the All-Star game out of Charlotte. I think that, you know, Adam has made it clear that this is a league that stands for equality, and I think that, you know, he has certainly allowed players, coaches, everyone else to have their say, and I think that's really healthy and really, really good, and a really good thing for our players.